Hi and welcome back. Now it's been a while since I've done one of these Rust tips videos, so what I've done is I've looked around at some of the older stuff that I've used personally and other people have used and looked for some of the newer things that I found to be new but you may already know them. This is aimed towards more of the newer player or the veteran builder who might not actually know some things still actually work. Before we jump in, just because I am extremely stupid, I bought two of these swords. Now I'm going to do a giveaway so you can actually have one of them because I only need one. To enter, all you have to do is enter below how many of these tricks you actually knew in the comments. So all you have to do, I will use a random generator which will select a comment at random. I'll contact you by replying to you on YouTube via your comment and give you it via Discord. Now all the ones that I managed to find, I will put links in the description to the video that I found it from. I'm not sure if they're the original creator of it or if they found it, came across it on a base or etc. I am not sure. So first of all we have the airlock. Everyone depends on their airlock and now with this it stops people from getting through altogether. This makes a big deal which I'll go into in a minute. However, you can see it will block you completely, but if you have priv you only have to rotate it and you can get straight through. Now sometimes you will get jammed, all you have to do is close the door behind you and it'll push you through, a bit like the roof trick, so don't worry. You have to practice with this first on a build server before you get it right, or have a twig foundation underneath whilst you're doing it, so if it goes wrong you can just destroy the foundation below and it will get rid of the vending machine. As you can see, completely stops you going through, flick it round and you can get through again. Nice and easy. Now the reason why this is so OP is because a vending machine has 1250 HP. Now if you get someone who is just going to try and take your doors, then they're not going to get any further really, especially early game. Early game people like to satchel, go through doors and just basically take you out of the game. If you get enough for a vending machine and you put it down and you get 1250 HP to go through as well, chances are they're just going to reverse, get out of there and leave it alone. They're not going to want to spend all that on it. Now to do this it's very simple. Set it up the way that I've set it up, in the way the doors. This is so it can push you through and let you out. Very, very simple. Yes, you will lose a bit of your airlock early game. Now to do this, put it against the wall flat. You'll see the grills at the front. They're slightly disappearing. Centre up as best as you can. Then just pull it back a little bit, make sure it's completely level. Once it's level, all you're going to have to do is then just drop it in place when you're happy. As I said, make sure you practice this on a build server because if it goes wrong fast. Now, you have to open the inventory once, close it, then it will allow you to rotate it. Simple as that. Now, if you do get stuck, you can use the door to push you through, but most times it works. Now, this is extremely good for early game. You could also use it as a trap in some way if you really wanted to. I'm not going to go into how you would do that because it could be super complex and probably not going to be cost effective for the trouble it takes. Now this next one is a very old one but still super effective, especially in early game. New players might not know about this, that's why I included it, because to be honest I always forget about it. It's having a stash underneath a box or a furnace while you're getting your base set up. Now this can be extremely good because all your good stuff can be plopped in here, put a box or a furnace on top of it and chances are no one's actually going to find it. Just have it tucked away. Now to do this is very, very simple. All you have to do is find a slope or some sort of bump in the ground, put down the stash, then start building your base around it. Make sure you can still see the stash through the foundation, drop it down, then bang, you've got it. Very, very simple and extremely effective as well. Now I used to use this all the time back in the day when I played, when I was solo. Now I don't really play as much, but if I did I would probably use this because it is super effective. This could be the difference between coming back to your good loot and come back to nothing. So if you're a new player and you don't know about this, or an old player who forgot about it, I'd recommend you start using it. Especially with just now when you've got the clans of 5-year-olds running around destroying any base that they can find. Obviously do not use it if you have a wood foundation because they'll probably see it because there's a gap underneath. Now everyone knows I am not a big fan of bunkers, but there was one type of bunker that I actually did like, and it was the roof bunker. This was super effective and I liked it quite a lot, if I'm being totally honest. It's a bit different, you can do a lot of different things with it. Now a patch stopped you from using it because flame could get through, however another patch has brought it back to life. I only found out it was alive and kicking again probably about 2 weeks ago. Now as I said, I used to use this quite a lot in a lot of bases that I actually made when I was playing the game, but when it got patched, that was kind of when I took away from using any sort of bunker at all. It just became boring for me in that terms of making a bunker, using the same mechanism all the time. But as you can see now, the flame cannot go through again, and it's extremely viable to use. This is extremely good for anyone who is maybe like me, doesn't like the conventional bunker and likes that bigger bit of space at the front. And for starter bases, it can quickly cut people massively. Now to do this, you want to get it as low as possible to the ground. I'll show you why shortly. You actually can bed the front in as well, but I want to demonstrate something. This will stop the wood from showing through, and it means no one can actually take out the foundation. Now I've put this in stone, but ignore that, it's just to demonstrate how the mechanism works. Then I'll put it back into twig. Once you've got it up and you've got your base all in place at the front, lock it down simply by putting a roof piece at the front. You can have a door leading into this, it will not affect it at all. It even gives you a second floor space above where you can put some boxes. Now, as I said, when this is done, upgrade it, and I'll just show again. You can fire rockets at it, or you can use a flamethrower. It will not get through, whereas before, for some reason, it used to just sneak through and it would cause a lot of problems. Now this is really good because it means satchel charge, offline, day one wipers will not really get anywhere. They're going to have to actually go and work for it. Yes, you have a jackhammer, which probably ruins everything, but there you go. Now the twig, as I mentioned, can stick through. I've got it low enough so it can't actually do anything. I'll show in a minute. But you want to put some sort of honeycomb around it that will seal in the twig. Now if someone does take this out and your twig is high enough, it will effectively take away any sort of resilience there is from people smashing it out. But as I can show, this is low enough, it won't actually do anything to it. If I take the flamethrower to it, just flame on top of it, it's not actually taking it out. But I'll show in a second, from the original one, it is possible still to do, so you need to bear that in mind and practice on a creative server, making sure that the height you've got it is actually going to work. As you can see, nothing is affected from it at all. However, as I mentioned, this is still possible. If we go back to the first one that we carried out and demonstrated on, I purposely made the twig a little higher at the front so you can see it in action. You can shoot out from the front, so bear that in mind when you're building this. Make sure you do it properly, or you're effectively just making it a super easy raid. Now next we have something that I don't see a lot of people using, but it's extremely effective. It's a double door airlock. Now this is probably two tips in one, but I'll give it to you. As you can see, double door open onto a single door stops people from getting in. Now doing it in a 2x2 in a certain way, there's another trick that comes with it. I used to always use the double door airlock because I just felt it was more effective. People couldn't push through because that was a thing at the time. It just completely stopped people from getting all together. It gave you a good peak angle as well. Now another trick that goes along with this is you can actually close the door from behind the wall. It has to be a metal wall and you have to be looking at the soft side. You can see straight through and you can close it. So if you do get camped, you get killed, you can quickly get in, close that door, and that's you completely safe. Yes, they can get into the front bit, but that is all they can get into. Now to do this, very simple. It's just a 2x2, doors and walls set in a certain way. Now I'll just do the skeleton of it to save time. Have a single door as I've shown, then you're going to have a double door lean into it with the double doors opening into the single door. As I said, the wall must be sheet metal. This allows the double door and the code lock to push through and basically give you the opportunity to close the door from inside, nice and safe. You can progress into this little section, but that's as far as they're going to get, and you're completely safe, and you know you've probably got 3 doors more until they get into where you're actually keeping your loot, because the 2x2, that seems to be the route everyone has. You can see, to get it, you just have to move your cursor around. It is actually easier holding a weapon to do it, because it just picks it up, but I'll zoom in when I get to the spot. You can see exactly where you need to look, and it just closes the door for you. Very, very good. This can actually be used in some traps as well, so bear that in mind if you're looking to do a new trap. As soon as someone comes in, you close it down on them and they're stuck in that area, just using like a sensor or something in the other door. Now, as I said, this is an old one, but something that a lot of people probably don't know, because a lot of people didn't really use it, but it can be effective, especially for solo, and you just want to make sure you can get that locked down from the front. You know you're not going to get picked off. Now, last one is from Ada. He put it in our Discord. I completely forgot about this. It is the double stone gate airlock, really. Now, setting the foundations in a certain way allows you to shut the gates from inside. If you're a solo, this is super helpful, because it means effectively you're never going to get door camped, because you can safely go in and out. You don't have to worry about someone just passing through. It can be done in different ways as well, different shapes. The main thing is the gate peeks through the triangles and allows you to close the double gate quite easily. Now, I'm working on a base at the minute which implements this and a couple of other bits we're doing for more of a solo base. I thought I'd show it because it is super effective. It's something I completely forgot about. It was a thing a while ago. Again, try and practice this, because if you mess up the gate and don't get it right, it's going to cause you a lot of pain. Now, one thing to note, when you are building this, you'll have to build the upper elements of the walls first, because as soon as this gate's down, it will stop you from building anywhere else, which I'll show in a second. Now, to do it, just line it up, get it as best you can, where both ends of the door, are basically touching the peaks of the triangles. This will, as you can see, will completely encapsulate that area and stop people from getting in. Now, yes, they can ladder up and everything else, but you're going to probably know, and you can open and close this from inside completely safe and don't have to worry. It gives you good peak points as well, and just gives you an extra bit of security. People find these and don't really use them as a solo. I find they probably scrap them now, but as I mentioned, you can't build further up, so you're going to have to make sure that first of all you put down any walls you want to do. But for the honeycomb, it just won't let you do it. So take away the gate itself, put in your honeycomb first, and now you can clip it through that honeycomb as well. It just gives it that bit more of a strength to the base and allows you to keep building and not worry about it. So very effective for solos and other players as well. This is just a demonstration point of the base. This is not the finished article. Check out Ada's video below. He's done a full base on it as well. Very handy. So as I said, make sure you enter the competition for the sword. All you have to do is put a comment, tell me how many of these you actually knew about. If you knew about any of them, great. If you didn't, then even better. Thanks, and I'll catch you in the next one.